Sọ́jà ẹ̀ka làbí ọba olóyún. Adé pẹ́ lórí ọlá àdìbàtà pẹ̀lẹ́sẹ̀ olóyè. Kẹ̀mí olóyè oògùn kàrún wọn sọ ọba. Àwa làgbà ó ẹtún gbé owó àwa. Òṣèré àti sàríkà bá tàwọn ní bàbá. Àwa làgbà ó ẹtún wí o. Òṣèré àti sàríkà. Ìní tó léyìn léègùn. Ìní tó orí ń pọ̀. Ways to resolve its post-colonial problems, searching everywhere, but its own home for solution. Since slavery and colonization, Nigeria has remained confused. Given a name which has nothing to do with it, with its language and culture, Nigerians have developed a confused mentality. And we hardly know what way to redeem ourselves, nor where to go to interpret our fortunes. Our civil service is British. Our political system was British and now partially American. Our education system is bizarre. We have jettisoned our languages and identity, and many Nigerians, especially those who aspire for political leadership, look up to the Western world for prestige, for identity, and for confirmation. The topic of this lecture will afford me an opportunity to examine why Nigerians have continued to ignore a search for a real solution to national problems. I have a belief that the bulk of our problems are due to the fact that we got this wrong from the inception of the post-colonial Nigerian nation. Our concerns are many. Why do we seem to have taken pride in systems that are not indigenous to our culture and tradition? Why does it seem that we have abandoned our indigenous languages for foreign tongues, even taking pride at speaking foreign languages and treating our mother tongue as backward, as low quality, as evidence of our underdevelopment or source of retardation, all of which are not really true? Psychology and protect the real aspirations of our forefathers and foremothers for dignity and progress. Why do we turn away from our traditional institutions, even when we have an opportunity to return to it after independence, instead of moving closer to annihilation of our custom, traditional governance, local taste, indigenous sense of aesthetics, morality, and governance, and sense of responsibility? I'll be adopting Ilorin wisdom. Wọ́n ní tó ọba kéwu tó kéwu àbíkó tó ké lọ́rùn àbíkó ké lọ́rùn. Jáìbádé Àlàó ó ní Ìlọrin èdè ni àwọn àgbẹ̀ ní mìíràn àbọ̀nìyà ọgbọ́n lọ́pọ̀ lọ́rin ọgbọ́n náà lọ́pọ̀ lọ́rin. So I want to adopt what I call Ilorin wisdom in my paper from a methodology of Elaloro, an African discourse theory. From Ilorin adages, poetics, theoretical balances, and cultural worldview, we shall in this paper attempt to find the cause and effects and solutions and implementation paths. For one, as a cultural state, our ruling systems that preceded the post-colonial political arrangement, now being referred to as traditional institutions, are patient. It is a grassroots development focus in which the common man feels the impact. The idea of traditional and modern, in this case, must be problematized. How is our grassroots ruling system in Ilorin, for example? How is it not modern? Is it because it does not represent European or Western system, but rather represent Islamic culture and African system? What actually is the meaning of modernity? Is modernity actually Westernity? Or is the process of modernization the same as the process of Westernization? The so-called modernity introduced to Africa through colonization has long time decayed. Yet, the indigenous modernity of the African society continues to strive. The grassroots rulership of Ilorin Emirate our Baloguns, our Magajis, our Baba Salem, our Magajiare, our Alangwa, our Bales, Bale Bala, our Daudu Bala, Daudu Malete, our Daudus all over. They are closer to our people than the contemporary politicians. They represent our trust, our spirituality, our politics, in the original sense of it. Imam Malay, Imam Fulani. Tell me which politicians are closer to the people than them. The grassroots leadership of Ilorin, our world was fully charged with them at the helm of affairs. It wasn't perfect, but our people still see them as a combination of political, spiritual, and moral guidance. In Ilorin, the history of Shehu Alimi and the establishment of Islamic Emirate are unambiguous. Our regional market system, our ancient court system, our local educational system, even the system of our living and death were connected to our rulership. The public preachers of morality, and you can remember all our preachers in Ilorin. Afa Folonso, Kokewu Kobere, ó ti ṣe mọ́ o, Kokewu. And our mosques, our producers of goods and services, the market men and women were all connected, all connected. Colonization came to separate them and implanted a colonial system that uprooted our local grassroots rulership. Removed our languages and implanted foreign tongue in Nigeria. Our things are falling apart since then, and the center has been unable to hold. We no longer understand exactly what they have made of the natural rulers. Yes, natural rulers. Perhaps the description is even more authentic, certainly more than the so-called traditional rulers. Let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, if you are from Ilorin, how do you see our emir compared to our Nigerian president? How connected to your life essence is your Magaji, even to your local government chairman? From the very beginning, how connected, think about it, are you to your Balogun Alanamu, to the chairman of the local government? From the very beginning up to today, we have extended the hailing of our emir with a royal prayer. When our emir comes out, with our trusts and the spiritual connection, the Ilorin persons will bend in greeting with the ovation of shame, I remember at young age, our parents salute to the natural ruler, praying for him as he prays for them in return. Here is how Jabadi Alao casts the colonial uproot in the very meaning of our lives, expressing his concern for what the world will mean if the colonial heritage of the uproot comes to stay permanently as they have done today. You will agree with me that there is no wonder that corruption, lack of trust of our political leadership, wickedness, and much more have become the bane of our society, of our Nigerian society, due to the change in our natural ways of life. Again, here is Jabadi Alao. Ìka mẹ́ta ń bọ̀ wálé ayé, mẹ́ta ó tẹ̀lé. Ìgbà tí ayé ò wá ní lárí mọ́, mẹ́ta padà sẹ́yìn. Owó ń bọ̀ wálé ayé, iyì ló tẹ̀lé. Ìgbà tí ayé ò ní lárí mọ́, iyì padà sẹ́yìn. Ògùn ń bọ̀ wálé ayé, kásà kó jẹ́ tẹ̀lé. Ìgbà tí ayé ò ní lárí mọ́, kásà kó jẹ́ padà. Ó wá kóògùn. Ọba ń bọ̀ wálé ayé, àṣẹ pẹ̀lú ikò ló tẹ̀lé. Ìgbà tí ayé ò ní lárí mọ́, àṣẹ padà ó sì kọba. Àwa ni àwọn wíta láìwí ẹláyé ní yí. Ayé ò yí bọ́bì kankan, ibi ọjọ́ tí ń yọ ní tí ń yọ, ibi òòrùn tí ń wọ̀ ní tí ń wọ̀. Ayé ò yí bọ́bì kankan, àwọn èèyàn tó ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ń pàwàdà. Ìgbà tí ayé ò ní láàrin máa, we need to look at what Jabadi is saying here. when the world becomes useless. It is only the uselessness of our society, the confusion in our lives, the meaninglessness in the concept of authority, àṣẹ àti ipò tó wà pẹ̀lú ọba, and the rulership in the lives of our people that will remove what is natural to people and replace it with what is fake. Isn't it fake when we know in our hearts that our emir means more to us, yet it is someone in Abuja that holds power over us, and in their own mouths, not in our own mouths, they say the emir is powerless. They call it ceremonial. Yet, when they go to the grassroots, our emotional attachment, our reference is to the emir, not to the president. This is probably the reason why Nigerians do not still recognize the level they should respect the so-called modern political state Nigeria as belonging to them, as everyone's allegiance is to his own ethnic and spiritual state. Let's examine two words from this line. Aye and Lari. The first is a word, aye, meaning world, often used metaphorically to denote society, the universe, aye, the people in their intrinsic ways, aye, akamara, life, aye, me, and many more. And Lari is a word we use in Ilorin that means usefulness, appropriateness, acceptability, and more. So what Jabade is saying here is that this word has lost its acceptability, it's lost its usefulness, and it lost its appropriateness whenever it goes against its natural being. The third part of the song is what concerns this paper. Obambo wale aye, àṣẹ pẹ̀lú ikọ̀ ló tẹ̀lé, ìgbà tí ayé ò ní láárí mọ́, àṣẹ padà ó sì kọba. From a learning wisdom perspective, the taking away of the authority from natural rulers is an evidence of the loss of Lari in our society. When has any part of Nigeria shows a true Lari in what our politics do is to do or die? Our politics is do or die. Our idea of trust is zero. Our commitment to the Nigerian nation is almost zero. And our society has been demoted in the commitment of nations, that because of other people's actions against us, but not due to our own inaction against ourselves as Nigerians. Of African society evaporated from taking away authority from our natural rulers. Even if we say it was colonialists that introduced such actions through the indirect root system, what have we done since our countries gained independence? Did African countries truly obtain independence, or did they just attended a new level of dependency and ineffectiveness due to their non-natural political structure, with implications for educational, economic, spiritual, and material existentialities? Odolayaremu composed the following song, most likely during the destructive wet year period. Some of you know Odolayaremu, Alanamu of Ilorin, to challenge the Nigerians to think hard regarding the uncommon actions of self-destruction of the polity. Odolayaremu olóhùn lè ajá Kwara tí ègbó lásán tí ọ̀bá rí. Follow what they do and they will become accountable at the various communities around Nigeria. The present role they play as rulers of their community should also be recognized in the Constitution, enabling them to get back authority, perhaps not exactly at the level it was before colonial intrusion, but in such a way that it fits our contemporary development as spiritual leaders of their people.
and they must be legally authorized to bring the various hakimi, the various baloguns and chiefs and local leaders, the leaders of the market, Yaloja, and all those who represent the community to representation in government, to assess government performance and give feedback to government at all levels. My conclusion, I hope to expand on this paper in the future, but the thrust of my submission in here is that our world has been mercilessly destroyed by the colonial and post-colonial constitutional arrangement that took away our rulers, our natural rulers of Africa from governance and gave them no rule. Even the African countries, there's one in Southern Africa, for example, where you had a traditional, so-called traditional ruler playing a major role. Even that is a confusion due to the effect of the foreign influence. And perhaps Morocco is a fairer example of an African nation where the natural ruler remain leader in an arrangement that allows politicians to do their own at the local and national level as head of government and legislatures. Nigeria has gone too far to adopt the Moroccan strategy from adopting that strategy. So my proposal is the first phase, what I call first phase, open that through dialogue, national debate, and continued implementation. I expect greater involvement of our natural rulers in more roles, even at the executive level of government. When legislative roles are strengthened and their judicial roles as peacemakers at the grassroots is also given constitutional recognition. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala